Guys, welcome back. Sagittarius, we are going to be doing your reading. Oh, God. Anyway, long story short, I have cats, so okay. Let me put on some of my protection oil, Protego Maxima, and then we'll get started. I felt like I usually do this beforehand. If I forget, I do it on camera. But with you guys, I remembered, but I felt like it had to be done on camera. So yeah, I look a bit crazy. I literally have no, it's fine. Okay, Sagittarius. The next 7 days is what we're doing, Sagittarius. Let's see. I was just listening to my meditation music, obviously, because I meditate before I do readings. But I'm hearing it in my head, which is actually the first time that's ever happened after I stop it. So that to me is telling me that maybe you guys need to start meditating again. Maybe your meditation practice has stopped. Maybe you guys aren't doing it enough. And it's actually allowing your guys' energy to be pulled down easier. I feel like you guys used to be able to harness your energy a bit easier when things would happen. You guys would allow things to just kind of slide off you like water. If you don't have a what is it called? What do I call it? I call it a spiritual hygiene. That builds up on you. It's just like, I don't know, dandruff. It's just like dead skin. If you don't have a energetic hygiene, if you have poor energetic hygiene, you're shorter tempered, you're quick to allow smaller things to build up. You need to start every day, and this is not a practice. This is not you like doing something because it's something that's, oh, it's so in right now to meditate. No, meditation really does help. It quiets the mind. It allows you to go into a state of releasing things that need to be released every morning or every night. So if some of you guys are actually having anxiety issues, I would even do it like 2 to 3 times a day until you're able to control your emotions. Okay. Oh, look, you guys got find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. I know you Saggies love your naps. You guys love your sleep. Magical gateway. Yeah, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. You guys are going through a time shift in this next 7 days. It's going to feel like you fell asleep in one dimension and woke up in another. And as I say that, my nose starts to run. You guys might be really tired right now. You guys might be feeling really exhausted. You guys might be having like switch schedules right now, maybe sleeping during the day, staying up all night, and not even like sleeping late, right? It's almost like your sleeping patterns are shifted and there's not an apparent reason why. It's almost like you're doing a full 360, but when you come back out of the full 360, you're coming out in a different dimension is what I'm seeing. So it's almost like a clock. Like you see the clock going right? And so it's almost like you're awake because you're shifting into another dimension. And in this dimension, the time, it's something weird like that. It's almost like time, it's day is night, night is day. And for you, it's not gonna seem like that. It's not gonna seem like that. I don't know what the fuck I'm seeing. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying, okay? All I know is what I'm hearing And what I'm seeing, when I say things like that, trust me that I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I have to trust the guidance that I'm being given and what I'm being showed. And a lot of times with readers, and I know this is for a lot of people, but maybe it's not for everybody, I say things that I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, okay? This is one of those times. It literally feels like it's almost in the upside down world, but oh, they just gave me a movie. Which one is it? Okay, yes. I have a perfect example. Do you guys remember, maybe you guys haven't watched it, Pirates of the Caribbean, where they're lost because they went to go find Jack Sparrow at the I just saw 555, which you guys know it means changes. They go look for Jack Sparrow when he's in what's his name's locker, Davy Jones's locker, which is like his hell, or his I can't think of that word, purgatory. But remember when they're lost at sea, and they're like on the verge of starting to like fall because there's no water, they don't know how to get around, and somebody twists the map and they're like, it's upside down, and they're what? So he starts rocking the boat, right? And they rock the boat so much that they flip the boat upside, so it goes into the water, so the butt is air up and it's down, and then the water lifts up. That is what I'm literally getting. I couldn't like describe it. And so they're upside down, but the water, they don't even flip up again. It's almost like they arrive in another world, and where they were at, it was nighttime, and when they awaken, it's daytime. That's what I'm getting. I don't know, guys, what I'm saying. This is just what I'm seeing, okay? These abilities are just, I just say, I don't know, okay? Hang on, I just got a drink. I have no idea what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's not like a 360 flip. It's like a 360 and you're somewhere new. Or I guess that would be a 180 still, because they still do a flip of the boat, and then the water comes up and they're back home, because that's what they had to do to get back home. But it's a new, they had to, like, yeah, with the Three of Pentacles, yeah, coming together, working together. There's something coming new with business, coming together with friends, coming together with people that are going to help move along earthly things. With the Eight of Cups in reverse and Justice. Sorry, now I have the hiccups because I drank a little bit of juice. Hang on, guys. When I get really quiet, it's because I'm getting downloads. Don't think I'm just like sitting here. I'm just getting a bunch of messages, and sometimes it's symbols, and sometimes it's stuff that I can't just be like, oh, I saw this and you guys are gonna understand. I have to literally listen and be quiet while I get what I'm getting, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, you guys are going to be coming together in the next 7 days. You guys walked away from a lot of, yeah, you guys right now are holding on to all the strength that you can. And remember in that scene, people were like not able to breathe. It was really scary. You had to like be underwater, and that's scary. You have no idea. They had no idea if it was going to work. They just assumed and listened to the crazy person who somehow seems crazy all the time. Yeah, he's always right. So they had to listen to him and his reasonings, and they basically had to do exactly what he said. And so they're underwater, not knowing if what he said was going to work. So you're holding on to strength, and right now I feel like your life is a bit chaotic. There's things that are happening that you don't understand why, and it might even feel like you're being punished, but you're not being punished. Understand that things that happen whenever, and I've learned this, whenever, for example, I'm going to give myself as an example. Whenever I need movement and I need to be realigned, it feels very violent. It feels like everything in my life is being destroyed. It feels violent. And if I want to look at that perception and be like, hey, this is so bad, everything's going wrong. But this is like, for me, like I've told everybody in the past, this is not my first new life. This is not even the first time I've had to start over being aware. I've had to start many new lives, not even being fully aware of like my full, not even like being emotionally aware or any of that. Let's just talk about spirituality, right? I've had to start over, not understanding that things happen for a reason many times. But the last time before last, I did it knowingly and I succumbed. The most last recent time, if you want to call it that, it seemed very violent, and it was because I was in a space of negativity. And it's not because I'm a negative person, but because my soul at that time had gone through so much that I was going through it, and it was heavy, if that makes sense. Maybe not negative, maybe heavy. So it felt very brutal, very violent, very much like I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I've never seen this in real life. I think I've seen this maybe in a movie where there's somebody doing like a Broadway scene, and they're there, and in the background they're just moving the scenery, the background scenery, and she's just standing there, and they're just moving everything around, and all of a sudden she's in a brand new place, right? Like, that feels very violent. That feels very much like you go to sleep one day and the next day you're somewhere else. And being understanding, knowing what's going on, does make it a little bit easier, but it does still sometimes feel very violent, okay? With Justice here, look, she's blind. She has no idea what the fuck is going on. She has the book. So she's basically saying here at this point, like, fuck it. Like, she's peeking out to see if the chaos has stopped. And then she's trying to allow herself to come into a place of temperance. Like, instead of feeling like the world is being violent, allowing yourself to just silence yourself around the chaos. Because it doesn't matter what you do. If a door is not opening, let's say you're struggling to pay or you're struggling to do something, and no matter what you do, nothing seems to be pushing forward, is because that door is not meant to open, no matter what you want, right? And so it's a state of acceptance, accepting what is, and that the universe is going to take you there because you're carrying too many wands. You're trying to grab everything, stop everything from changing, and that's not what you're meant to do. You're meant to have just the strength and allow things to be. Where is it? It was a 4 of Wands in reverse. My whole deck, but it was in reverse, so I don't take reversals at the back of the deck. Or if I wanted to take this as a reversal, I would say something like, maybe you feel like you're losing your home. Maybe you feel like you're losing your family, like a family situation, separation, you know, whatever it is that's going on. It feels very violent, to be honest with you. It feels brutal. Like, this isn't a soft, it's not a soft change. It's almost like you're being pushed on stage, right? That's not a gentle surrender. That's a hard push. With the 10 of Wands, it feels like you're trying to carry these burdens, but you're being told, look, with strength, just allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to rest, because even though, and I just saw 444, even though it seems like everything is falling around you, we're moving the backstage for you. We're changing the scene. And to be honest with you, I heard no, the movie. We're changing the movie. Like the last scene, that was the last scene. And we're now putting you into a whole new genre with a new movie. Like you're not even going to be in the same genre of movie, right? Alright, let's clarify. Guys, when I say I'm so freaking hot, I am so freaking hot. It is so hot. Alright, the Three of Pentacles. That came out fast. Yeah, feeling tied down or frustrated. Yes, it feels like no matter what you do, nothing's working. It's because it's not meant to work at this point. The universe is saying, look, let us do it. We got it. You asked for change, and sometimes change for us human beings seems very violent. I just keep getting that word. It seems violent. Like, oh my God, everything's going wrong. What if everything's going right? Have you ever thought of that? Maybe everything that is supposed to be happening is happening the way it's meant to. Maybe you don't have enough to fix your car because you're meant to get a new car. Maybe you didn't get that job that you really wanted because you're meant to get a different job. Maybe the person that you really wanted is never going to come back because that person truly is a piece of shit. And you're meant to have something so much better. And it feels brutal to you because you're sitting there like, why don't I ever get? It's not that you don't ever get. It's that you're building up to exactly what you deserve. Who finds their soulmate at the first step? And if they do, tell me which one doesn't struggle? They don't struggle with finding who they are. Like when you get married to somebody when you're very young. I wasn't very young per se, but I was 26. I didn't know who I was. I was unhealed. I had a lot of trauma from my past. He was young, immature, and had a wandering eye and was a lying piece of shit. It wouldn't have worked. There was no way. There was no way, right? There was just no way. Would I want to be with that person now? No, absolutely not. I'm a completely different person, like 15 times over. I don't even like him as a person anymore. Because we just don't see eye to eye, right? With justice, yeah, you have solid foundation, success with effort, but I get this as a tower, and then family sorrow. Yeah, it feels like maybe you're missing a home, or you're going to be losing a home, or you're going to like a family's breaking up here. Something about something coming apart. And you feel like, why? It's not why, it's thank you. Because at the end of the day, sometimes a person will get sent to be tested, a husband, because they know that they're going to take the bait, because you won't ever remove yourself, because they won't do the maximum damage, which in most people's eyes is cheating or threatening violence, or even though they have put themselves down to a minuscule of person or who they are as a human being, that in itself is abandoning yourself. He might as well have cheated 1,000,000 times over, or she, because we all know at this stage and age it's equal. Temperance. So the universe has to be like, you know what? If this is the only way that you'll see that this is just not for you, then this is what we're going to have to do. Right? And then you start seeing, well, this and that, and I stopped doing what I love doing, and I stopped being a human being. I just became a wife and a mother. And honestly, at this stage and age, people are not seeing that a mother is just being used as, I'm not going to say the word, but you guys know what I'm alluding to. They do free labor, they do free house cleaning, and then they come home talking about, you don't work, you don't clean, you don't do anything. Do you know how hard it is to take care of babies? Babies are so hard. That is a full-time job. That's why they charge you almost $1,000 to babysit, because you have to I'm not even going to go into it, but they don't get paid for that. They do free labor, cooking, cleaning, and then they get home and get no respect because they're a stay-at-home mother. That's a full fucking job. If I had a kid at this stage and age and I had to hire a nanny, you know how much I'm paying that nanny? If I go back to work, a lot of money. A lot of money. So why do women or men that stay home have to do it for free, even if it is their own kids? Why? And then they get treated like shit because they don't, quote unquote, have an income. Yet they're doing all this free labor, cook, cleaning, changing diapers, not sleeping, losing themselves in their whole entirety. And I've seen stay-at-home dads that are good at it. They're great at it. But it's the same situation, right? With broken ring, yeah, temperance. Allowing yourself to let things go. Let things that don't even... Sorry guys, my nose itches when I get deep into it. Allowing anything and everything that doesn't belong anymore, just let it go. It doesn't belong anymore. You're holding on to idealisms or things that you're trying to stand on a hill that is sinking. You're sinking with the Titanic. With the 10 of Wands. Whoa, July. Yeah, this month. It's happening. It's the next 7 days. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Somebody I know just came into mind. Bag. Something important such as a new job or raise. Somebody I know, and it's funny because she's a Sagittarius. But I know that she got with someone. And I'm not going to give too much, and I'm not going to say who it is, but I know she got with someone. And they were like, hey, yeah, don't work. We'll start a family. We'll get together. We'll be together. She got pregnant really quickly. But he doesn't work. Like, how is that me feeling comfortable when you're telling me, yeah, it's cool, don't work, but we're not stable or safe? So she's still in her masculine energy because she's still having to come up with ways to come up with a deficit because that person doesn't work. That is not a safe situation for me not to work in. I personally would not be, I would not feel safe to allow myself to be in a feminine energy, right? If somebody was like, hey, let's get married, you don't have to work, but that's because you're bringing in income enough to not only cover, but have like what's the cushion. But not only that, I'm not even going to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to trust, because I've seen too many movies where women give it all up and then they decide that they want to leave with a younger person, and those women are like, I haven't worked since I was 16. I don't know what to do. You always have to have your own sovereignty. Even if you're just going to school, even if you're whatever it is that you're doing, you have to have a cushion on your own. You have to have something that you can fall back on. You cannot be financially independent on any person at this stage and age, at this date and time. There's just no way. There's no way. There's just no way. Something important such as a new job or raise. Yeah, I feel like you guys are gonna start making your own bag, doing your own thing, because things just are not changing. Things have not been moving, and they will not move until you move them. And this doesn't have to be for what, this could be a guy too. Like, this is not, like, honestly, at this point in the society that we live in, it literally is like 50-50. There are women that demean really good men. Men that are in their healthy feminine, they'll be like, he was cleaning on his knees, he's pathetic. Like, bitch, I wish I had a man that would clean my bathrooms and our toilets and help me. You guys are pathetic bitches, and you deserve men that cheat on you. You do. Because you're going to cower a man that actually is connected to this feminine energy in a healthy way, right? And there are men that are connected to their feminine energy in a healthy way, and they deserve the same respect as any other human being in the world. Shield. You need to defend yourself. Yep, exactly. Back. Take care. Enemies are working against you. a given. I don't even have to explain that. Like, that's obvious. Let me get one more and then I'll get you guys a guidance card. Anything else for the next 7 days? Yeah, teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to reach out and get advice and guidance, and that's going to help you get the ball rolling. All right, Sagittarius, and that's for the next 7 days. So mind you, just being a human being, you deserve respect just for fucking being born. That's the truth. And even if you're a stay-at-home mom, which is a very important job, I have I ever been a stay-at-home mom? A very short period of time, and even then I brought in, there's never been a time where I haven't brought in something, right? Just because I've never felt safe enough to trust anybody with my full sovereignty. Guidance for Sagittarius. Okay, I'll take this one. Alright, Saggies. Dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Life thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as others, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love and waiting. Love is waiting for you, always and forever. We just adore you over here. Oh, that was beautiful. Sorry guys, it's choppy because it's I don't know, the ring link somehow doesn't get it. Anyway, I will leave it there, Sagittarius. I love you guys so much for exactly who you guys are, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.